Hello, my friends. Happy Thursday. It's Jen Buck with By the Shore Stamping, and we're going to do a little Thursday throwdown today. And I'm a little nervous, actually. I'll tell you why. Give me 1 second to make sure I'm in the right place. Let's see. Switch over to By the Shore Stamping. And there we are. Okay, so it looks like everything's good. Although maybe, hold on, let me fix that, because I can't see comments. Let me go back here, and we'll just look at my page from my personal profile and see if then, there we go. Okay, hello, hi Stella. Okay, so, happy Thursday. We're going to do Thursday Throwdown. And I'm a little nervous today because I wanted to use a technique that shows off our pattern papers, and I was going to show you one that I didn't really play with much in our videos for the past 15 days, but I'm going to use, it's like the stack shuffle sort method, I think, but I really didn't have time to like watch a video, and so I just kind of gathered my own take on it from looking at pictures and different ones. So I don't really have specific measurements for you. I'm going to just kind of wing it like I usually do, and then we'll hope that it works the way we think. So let me turn this around and we'll get started. So messy room still. I don't know if that will ever change, you guys. I try, but there's always something more important to do. All right, so I'm using, it's called Full of Life, is the pattern paper pack. It's 6x6. It's one of the ones that we will use. Well, we use all of them, all the new ones. We'll get in the Paper Share Card Camp, which registration is opening tomorrow. I kind of mentioned it in my last video yesterday. So basically, you get a 6x6 sampling of each of the 11 packs of pattern paper from the new catalog. Plus, you also get a card kit to make along with me for the actual event, the live event, which is going to be on June 22nd and 23rd, I believe. So registration opens tomorrow if you're on my email list, and then it's open for about a week, I think, and then it takes us some time to get all that paper cut and prepped, depending on how many of you sign up. So I think it gives me about 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks to be able to get the boxes out, and then we do the event once everything's out. So anyway, we're going to use this pattern paper pack to do a stack shuffle sort, and I'm using, actually, it's not a brand new stamp set. This was in the mini catalog from June, but it's brand new to me. I have not touched it. It's called Bright Skies, and I just thought it would work really well with the pattern paper I picked. So all right, so here's the theory with this, right? So I'm going to do 4 cuts. So I'm going to have 4 different quadrants. So I picked 4 different coordinating patterns. And so I did some with more crazy prints and some not. And actually, I didn't even look to see. The backs are kind of coordinating too, but we'll make it work. So you kind of want something that kind of coordinates together. So first things first, I'm going to make the pattern paper pieces. Overall, they're going to be, we're going to cut it down to, I swear that goes off every time I start a live. We're going to cut it down to 3 3/4. Yeah, 3 3/4 by 5. And now I'm thinking, because I'm going to need a little space. I think I'm going to do 3.5 by 4 3/4 actually. So 3.5, we're going to hope that works. I'm winging on the fly here. But I cut a piece of, all right, so we got that. I cut a piece of pattern or cardstock to coordinate. So I cut all the colors that are in the paper pack because I'm not really sure what's going to look best, and I have a white card base, so I would probably do all white card bases, and then I have all the coordinating colors here. And so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this apart And then it's going to get layered onto one of these card bases. But I need some space to be able to space them out a little bit. That's why I did it a little bit shorter than the typical mat, because I need some space once I cut these to pull them apart, and you'll see what I mean. All right, so 3.5 by 4 3/4. Now I'm going to do 4 cuts, and I kind of like squared off stuff rather than the diagonals. I've seen a lot of them where they cut them like diagonally and then in corners, but I tend to like more straight line cuts. So I'm going to do 1 inch off this side, and I'm cutting through all of those, okay? And then I think I'm going to actually cut that in half. So, well, 4 3/4, so that would be 2 1/4 and 2 lines, so that's 1 2 3/8, 2 3/8. All right, so 1 2 3. And hopefully that should be in the middle, close enough, right? So I'm gonna do that. So now I have those 2 stacks. We're just gonna put them over here, and then we're gonna cut this one as well. And do I want to do it in half? I think so. I want to do probably the same thing, I think, because I think it'll be weird if I don't. I mean, I suppose you could do so that it's broken here and here, but I kind of want a mutual spot. So I'm going to do the same thing, 2 3/8. 1 2 3. And you'll see why I want kind of a mutual spot, although I probably should have made it higher, the mutual spot, now that because I'm thinking of the design I wanted to do, but that's fine. So I've got 4 quadrants here. Okay, so the trick with this stack and shuffle now is you're going to leave 1 just the way you did it. So those are in the same pattern. Then we're going to move 1 underneath. This one I'm going to do 2 underneath. And then this one I'm going to put 3. 1 2 3. So however many quadrants you want is how many pattern papers you want. So now each layer of this is going to be different. However, me being me, I'm going to be picky about this because I don't really like that layout. But the idea is you could, I'm trying to find a coordinating color that will look good. Maybe the pink one. You could kind of do, the idea is, okay, so let me do this. Ready? So you've got, I'm going to do it like this. 1 card, right? This one's tricky because of the patterns, I think, if you do something a little less crazy. There's 2 cards, right? 3 and 4. So now you've got 4 different ones, right? And so, but I want to swap them. I want to make them look coherent here. So I'm going to actually do it my own way. So let's do, well, I was trying to keep them all the same patterns, but yeah, let's do that and that, maybe. Flipping them all over. I need more green over here. What do I got? I'm finicky with the coloring here. We can do yellow maybe. That one's better. We'll put pink over here. Yeah, that works. Okay. And then this one, do that. And maybe like that. Just so they're a little more aesthetically pleasing. There we go. All right, well, these are the same. I just noticed, but I'm gonna leave it like that. All right, so now you have 4 different cards and you just attach and assemble, right? So I think I like this one the best, I think. So I'm gonna go with this one. I'm gonna layer these up so I have them still for later and I can make the rest of those. Okay, so we'll put these over here, out of my way. And then we're gonna take a coordinating, so this is why I took all the colors, because I can pick a coordinating color, which I think the Petunia Pop would be good. So I'm gonna go ahead and now I can layer this on like this, and this on like this. So I can get some spacing in here. I just gotta figure out how much space. I probably could have put them a little bit tighter and trimmed that down. I was just afraid as I was cutting that it wouldn't be enough space. So I might actually tighten them up and trim off the edges here. So I guess you can do the regular. No, actually, because I cut the pattern paper smaller and I didn't need to. I could have left it the 4 by 5 1/4 instead of going down one more. Actually, the 3 3/4 by 5 is what I should have done. So I think what I'm going to do, because I don't like that much space, I'm going to trim this down. So you're going to just need 3 3/4 by 5. So just one down, not two. I went 2 layers down. I didn't need to. I was just worried doing it on the fly that was going to be a mess. All right, there we go. So now I have a nice type border, which I like better. Okay. And like that. And like that. There. Okay. And now we can do some stamping. I know you do. All right. So I'm going to use the little cloud and maybe the sun too. I don't know. Let's stamp the sun and a couple of these clouds. Yeah, we'll do 2 of the clouds, 1 of the sun, and you brighten my sunny day, my cloudy days. Maybe. I don't know what I'm gonna do. It depends on the space. So we'll wait on the size of that for right now. I'm gonna take, whoops, a scrap piece of white. And I'm gonna do that. Oops. And this. And so I pulled the colors from the pattern paper. But remember, if you look at the back of the pattern paper, it will tell you all the colors that are in there. So I'm gonna use Daffodil Delight for the yellow. Yes, Susan, I am at Suling's at the end of the month. And then I think I'm actually gonna use, it's not really in the colored paper, but I think I'm gonna use Pool Party. I think that'll work still. Either that or maybe I'll use gray because it's cloudy days. I think I'll do that, and that's more of a neutral. Let's try that. All right, so I'm going to use Smoky Slate, which is a little bit softer. All right, so let's stamp ourselves a couple of these. Do I want to do stamped off ones or do I want to do full strength? So I'm just doing scrap paper here. I'm going to probably want at least 2. I don't know. I kind of like the stamped off because remember we've got the really busy, yeah, I'm going to do stamped off because we've got the really busy pattern paper there. So I don't want it to be too crazy. So I'm going to do 2 stamped off clouds and then I'll do a nice bright sun. Let's see. So I'm going to use the sun like that. Okay. All right, and then I don't even know. I know that has the clouds, I think, but I don't even know if it has the sun. Yeah, it does. All right, so we can die cut the sun. Maybe. I think that's the sun. Is there a trick for lining this bad boy up? Might be easier for me to cut it. Good Lord. There's gotta be, maybe that's not the sun. Boy, this is why you should test things before you do it, but that's okay. All right, so I'm gonna cut the little clouds out. Let me get my Stampin' Cut and Emboss over here. So I've been cutting paper from my Fun Folds virtual card class from last month. And I was watching movies as I did it because I tend to do that. I was watching The Vow, which was really cute. It was based on a real story. I was looking for my washi tape, and I don't know what I did with it. It was right over here the other day. But, of course, now that I'm looking for it, it's gone. Alright, we're going to have to wing it. It was a really cute movie. It's actually based on a real story, which I thought was kind of cool. So, and it stars Channing Tatum and Rachel McAdams, which I love Rachel McAdams. I just think she's so cute. Hello, my friends. Thanks so much for joining me. Your first crop in over a year. My goodness, that's exciting. I love how this does stitched little clouds. All right, so then we're gonna cut this one. And then I'm gonna try and figure out that sun. Does anybody have a trick to figure out how that goes? Because although it looks like there is a little smaller one, so maybe I can figure that out. All right, like I said, this is the first time I'm using this one, so. And we're doing Thursday Throwdown, so I haven't worked out all the kinks. All right, so that's all set. I'm gonna put that over there so I don't lose it. And then, so I'm looking here. It looks like there's like a little short one here, or two little ones a little closer together. I don't know. They didn't make this easy, my friends. Oh, look it. I think I did it. I think I did. I would probably try and mark the stamp and the dies so that you know how they coordinate for the future, but right now I don't remember how I stamped it, so I can't really do that. All right, come on. Hopefully, fingers crossed, that will work. Okay, there we go. It did, it did. It's a little off. I don't know. That one's tricky. I'm gonna have to play with that a little bit more, but it'll work. It'll be fun. See how it's just a tiny bit off? But this part over here looks good, and I'm probably only gonna use half of it, so I'm not really worried about it. All right, so now we're gonna take that shuffle part that we did, okay? And I'm just gonna attach it like so. This is probably a tricky pattern paper to do this technique with, just because it's so bright and bold and they're so different. It might be better to do some of like the florals. I bet, you know what would be a really good one is the country lace paper. That would probably work really nicely. And even the country woods maybe, or maybe mix them together. That would be cool. But you know what? I love a good challenge. I was telling Nate that my last card for my 15 video series, I was like, I almost scratched it because I really didn't like it, but I was just exhausted. So I was like, you know what? It's gonna stay. And it's funny because sometimes I remember when I used to do in-person classes, I used to always ask what was their favorite card of the day of the class, and they almost always said the one that I almost scrapped, like the one that I didn't really like. So it just goes to show that we all have different styles and likes, right? All right, so now we're gonna use our little clouds. I think I'm gonna put them this way. And then we'll tuck our little sun back here. Okay, whoops. Come on, gotta get it kind of laid out here the way I want it. So we're covering up those mismatched rays. And then we'll need a little bit of a sentiment. So I've got brighter skies are on the way, you brighten my cloudy days, and sprinkled with love. I initially wanted to do you brighten my cloudy days, but I'm not sure if that's going to be too long. But I feel like I like the long one, but it's too long to go here because I kind of want to tuck it under, and I think it would look weird if I just put it across. I don't know. Let's pull this out for a second. Let me envision. So I would like to tuck it, but it's too long. I could layer it over and do banner ends maybe. Or I wish there was one that was a little smaller, because then I could maybe I'll just do this one. I'll tuck this one. That was the one I originally wanted to do. I kind of want to do a circle there, but that's okay. We'll do this. All right, so let me stamp this. Pick that up. I'm just gonna do black because it's easiest. Yes, we did stacking and shuffling and stamping. So it's a really easy way. I didn't do a lot of measuring because that's not my vibe. I ran out of white paper. No, I didn't. Yes, I did. Where's my white paper? Oh, here we go. I got some scraps over here. Let's use one of these. Look, they're even like good sizes. Nate's so good. He puts my paper back in here. I never do that. Oh, I know Nate did that. It's actually Nate and I's 3rd anniversary today. We're not even really seeing each other. I saw him briefly this morning before he went to work. And then I work tonight. I kind of feel like the dark's too dark. So I work tonight, so I won't see him until probably 9 o'clock tonight. I'm going to clean that. And I'm going to do, thank you. Yeah, I know, I can't believe it's been 3 years. We were just talking about this morning when we got up. I'm like, 3 years ago this morning we were waking up in Hawaii. What a difference. Waking up today, this morning, to rain and chaos of wind and rain here. So no walk for the puppy, but she'll survive. I was thinking maybe I'd do this, but maybe I'm going to use the pink. Let's use Berry Burst, which is also one of the colors. So it'll be nice and bright and bold. All right, let's try that again. Okay, so we're going to do that. I'm going to put it as close down to the bottom as I can because I'm going to trim it down. There we go. All right. And we're going to trim this. I want it as tight as I can against the lettering. That's good. All right, and now I have a little bit of extra space because this is going to go on a card base too, but I think I'm going to scooch everything over just a tiny bit, and then I can scooch that over. That's my mom's word. All right, and then I'm going to trim this out right there. Use my trimmer to get it straight. Oh, I was going to do a banner end though, so maybe I'll trim it just a little bit bigger than that. Do a really tight banner. Sorry, my phone is going off. It's also my brother's birthday today, so I just texted him before we went live, so that's probably him. Alright. Like that. Doing a really tight little banner, so I cut a slit in the middle. And then corner to center, and corner to center. Like that. Okay. So then I can go ahead and attach these. Hold on. I just pulled it all apart and I probably shouldn't have, but that's okay. I'm going to put this here with these wonky ones down towards the bottom. I'm going to let it lay off a little bit. And then I'm going to move this one over here. We'll put that one down first. I'm just using flat. Okay, like that. Okay, maybe I'll pop that one up. So let's get, we'll get this positioned the way it needs to be. And like I said, it's going on a card base too, so I'm gonna let it hang off just a tiny bit there. Okay, whoops, straight would be good, maybe. Come on, okay, here we go. Let me use my grid paper. I'll line up my grid paper. All right, there's that. Then let's attach that with, oh my goodness, that's amazing. Happy anniversary in July. 45 years is awesome. Yeah, we always lament the fact that we got a late start. We wish we had started earlier, but it took us a while to find each other, so. All right. We've found each other now, so it's all good. All right, and then I'm gonna put my little cloud there. Okay, and then this is gonna go on the white cardstock. And actually, I could layer it again, but I'm not going to. I think I am gonna put, I'm gonna pop this up though. Let's add some Wink Stella to the sun. I need to get more of this, like ASAP. And I feel like I should do some texture, but What shall I do? I got some of this in Mexico from the hospitality suite, but the yellow's a little off, so this yellow's off too. Could use the pink. The pink works actually. Maybe I'll use the pink. All right, let me grab that. And this is super thick, so I don't really want it that thick, so we're gonna separate it out. Now, if I can just find where it starts. That's the trick. There it is. All right. So I'm gonna actually split this apart. Let me cut a piece first. I like to wrap it twice, so I'm gonna cut extra. And then I'm going to just basically split them. What I do love about that is it gives you like a curly one, which I like. I'm gonna try and just do a single strand actually. You can do like doubles, you can do singles. Sometimes the singles get a little stuck, but see, now it's like a nice little crimped one. It does shed. Okay, so I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna kind of tuck it so it's landing under here. And we'll tuck it under. Maybe I don't need to do it twice. Maybe I'll just do it once and I'll tie a bow here. I'm gonna tie it kind of over here. Tie a knot. Come on. Oh. Oh, it's really loose. Oh well, you get the idea, my friends. My fingers are struggling a little bit. It's fuzzy. Don't really want it that fuzzy, so we're going to cut that off. Cut that off. Here we go. Like that. Then we're going to use some dimensionals. Sounds good, Marcia. Have a good day. Okay. We'll do this. And I figured this stamp set is appropriate for us today since it is very rainy today. So there you go. Cute, right? And you could use anything you wanted in that little center point to be able to kind of use your little stamping focal point. Let's add a little bit of bling as well. I'm probably just going to stick to the white one since there's a lot of color going on. I'm going to use the iridescent pearls, and I'll probably just use the little ones here. Let's put a couple up here, and maybe we'll do one larger one down there, like that. And there you have it. There's our finished card. I know the new colors are beautiful. I love them. So there you go. And then, like I said, because we have the little stacks that we made, you can mix and match all of those and make 3 more cards the same way. So you could use the same stamp set, you could use a different stamp set. Of course, if you use the same design, it makes it a whole lot easier on you. You can mass produce them really quickly. So this is a great way to use up leftover paper. It's a great way to mass produce some cards. Like I said, it might be a little bit easier. It's a little tricky with these because they're very bold and bright. So it might be a little bit easier if you pick a more muted, subtle pattern paper. But really it can work with anything. So I love this little technique. Again, it was not mine. It's all over the internet. If you sort, or if you search cut, stack, and shuffle, I think they are, or shuffle, something like that. So there you go. There's my version, my no cutting, my no measuring version, because I don't like to measure anything. And I think it works. So thanks so much for watching, my friends. I hope you guys have a great day. If you want the tutorial for this project, be sure to jump on my email list, and I will send that out next week. We do Thursday Throwdown templates that go out on Tuesday in my Tuesday email. So you'll get that next week if you're on my email list. Otherwise, I hope to see you again next week. Thanks so much for watching, and have a, the name of the paper is Full of Life. It's a 6x6, and it's got all sorts of fun, bright colors. So yeah, Thank you, Brenda. So yeah, so hopefully I will see you all next week. Otherwise, thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you soon. Bye for now.